Hey, so I'm back to show you how I put the hanging mechanisms on the back of these paintings. Just a quick recap. These are both oil and cold wax on 1/2 inch maple panels, and all the edges are gold leafed. The backs are covered in paper that I had that I actually made myself. This was a tissue paper, and this one was an assortment of different papers that I had that I collaged on the back. Okay. So the very first thing is measuring the placement. Rule of thumb, I just need to get my T-square, is that your hook on any painting should go about 1/3 of the way down. So I think I'm going to use this one to start with. I'm going to move this one out of the way. So this painting is 14 inches. So just roughly 1/3 of that would be about, I guess, about 4 inches down, 3.5 inches. So I'm going to measure actually 3.5. And I'm using just a pastel pencil, wipe right off. So 3.5, and I want it to be 2 inches in. Well, I'm going to make it 1 inch. 1 inch in. Okay, so the hardware is going to go right there at the intersection of those two measurements. And the first thing that I do is make a hole with my awl. If you don't have one, which I actually can't find it, of course, I usually have it right in front of me, and I don't. So I will be right back after I find it. Okay, it was hiding under this cloth. So the first thing that I do is I make a little tiny hole where I want the screws to go. Make sure that lines up, and they do. So normally when I'm framing a regular painting in a regular frame, I use D-rings like this. But I'm not going to be using those with this painting because I want the hardware to be as flush to the back of this as possible. So I'm only going to be putting screws in where I made those holes. Okay, so I've cut my piece of wire, which is approximately 1.5 times the width of the board. And this is really simple. I just want it to be wound around my screws. So that when you same thing over here. Always put in a little bit of slack. Never bring it completely taut. It just hangs better that way. Okay. These edges then, or the ends, not edges, get twisted around. Because this is a fairly thin wire, I actually don't do any more than just one twist around. It's strong enough. Same thing with this one. The reason you're doing this is just to secure your ends. Okay. Then I apply rubber pads to the ends, little bumper pads actually. One here and one here. And they're self-adhesive so that when this is hung, it protects your wall. And there you go. This is ready to hang.